Good morning, you're watching NewsX with me, Medha Sharan. Now, in a nationwide outbreak, disruptions continued into the fourth day on 5th December, with early morning flights from Delhi to Pune, among others, being cancelled at Delhi and Thiruvananthapuram airports. IndiGo cancelled 1,000 flights in the same day amid delays reported at numerous airports. Aviation expert Harsh Vardhan has made a statement on the IndiGo flight cancellations. He blamed IndiGo management for disruptions to its operations, leading to severe delays and congestion at major airports across the country. According to reports, he stated that the management should have taken proactive steps as the flight duty time limitations policy was finalized a year ago. Let's listen in.
This is a very unfortunate situation, and IndiGo's explanation is that because the government enforced a new flight and duty time limitation policy, so this has suddenly caused the problem there. So as far as I am concerned, this is a management failure, and management should have taken proactive steps, because this policy didn't come about in 24 hours. You see, firstly it was deliberate for years. Then a year ago the policy was finalized. A soft launch was made on 1st July 2025, and finally the full rollout was done on 1st November 2025. Apparently the other operators like Air India, SpiceJet, etc., they have prepared themselves for this situation. They have planned for it, and we don't see those kind of problems with any other operator. They also command 40% market share. Now coming to the IndiGo management, they are not a startup anymore. They have been operating for the last 20 years.
My colleague Arzu Say joins me on the broadcast on this story. Arzu, we're now seeing that an expert, Harsh Vardhan, has claimed that, IndiGo has been operating for the past 20 years. It's not a startup. And the fact is that other airlines have been able to adjust to these norms while IndiGo has not. So we're seeing that he has said that this is an issue in management when it comes to IndiGo Airlines. What more can you tell us?
Well, definitely, the aviation expert has called it a poor management of the IndiGo. And if we particularly talk about aviation expert Harsh Vardhan has in fact criticized the IndiGo's management for the recent operational turmoil, also citing crew shortage and the poor planning as a major contributor. The mess that we have seen at the airport is still the things are not normal, but yes, what we're getting to know that slowly the things are getting normal, but still the people have suffered a lot, and in fact the passengers were very angry because of what has happened. And in fact not one but several experts, the aviation experts, are citing that this is not a one-day crisis. There was something that was happening, and IndiGo is somewhere trying to cover it, and this is the poor management and also the poor planning of the IndiGo that led to this chaos at the airports, the flight cancellation, the flight delays, and the airline has cancelled over 1,000 flights since several days, and affecting thousands of passengers, with Mumbai, Delhi, Bengaluru being the worst hit airports. Yes.
So I request you to please do stay on with me. Now, in more breaking news, railways have increased 116 coaches in 37 premium trains amid airlines' mass cancellations in view of the surge in passenger demand after widespread flight cancellations. The Indian Railways has deployed 116 additional coaches in 37 premium trains operating more than 114 enhanced trips across the country in a move for the convenience of travellers in view of the disruption of IndiGo Airlines flight services. The Railway Ministry added that these changes will be introduced from the upcoming services of these trains and will continue till the problem persists. Also, we're now seeing that the Indian Railways has boosted its capacity by adding 116 coaches to a total of 37 trains.
Well, yes, and it was the much needed step to be taken by one of the most used mode of transportation, and in fact the passengers were left with no clues or no option to what to do next, and the passengers were clueless because there were no. If we talk about the flight charges has gone to lakhs from Delhi to Chennai. So the passengers were very much, in confusion what to do next. And amid that, there was the IndiGo flight cancellation crisis entered into its 4th day. So that now the Railway Ministry has decided to increase 116 coaches in 37 premium trains for the convenience of the travelers. The budget carriers operations crumbled, forcing the cancellation of over 400 flights, leaving thousands stranded. Airport witnessed the chaos seen at the several IndiGo flights were delayed by over 12 hours, prompting passengers to protest and also to raise their voices against the IndiGo services. And in fact, we have interacted with several passengers. They were saying that they are not getting trains. They are not able to book another flight as the prices are so high. It has surged due to the demand, and also there were a lot of chaos that people have gone through. The passengers have gone through. But now what we are getting to know that the railway has decided to increase 116 coaches in 37 premium trains for the convenience of the passengers, travelers. So this remains to be seen how this is going to help the passengers. But yes, the chaos has already happened and passengers have already suffered a lot. Yes.
Arzu, also, what has IndiGo additionally said? By when is it expected that this situation can get back to normal? When can flights, resume seamlessly?
The statement that the IndiGo has issued, in which it was informed that by 10 to 15th December, the things are going to be normal. And in fact, while we have interacted with the passengers, they told that their flight was scheduled for yesterday, and now they got rescheduled for 8th. So it means that there are a lot of gap between the reschedule also. The flight got cancelled all of a sudden. The passengers are at the airport. They're not getting any clues. They're not getting any updates. So a lot of chaos that the passengers have gone through. And also, according to the update, the things will get normal by 10th to 15th December. So why it's taking so much time? What is going on? Because the IndiGo has mentioned a lot of reason behind the delays, behind the cancellation. They put out the new changes that have been made in the policy. They have put up the weather changes, a lot of things that they have mentioned. But yes, what the experts are citing, that this is not one-day crisis. There was something, there is a poor management that led to this chaos at the airports. Yes.
Alright Arzu, please do stay on with me. In more news, the Delhi airport has issued an advisory announcing steady resumption of the airline's flights. The airport stated that IndiGo's flight operations are now steadily resuming and getting back to normalcy. It also advised passengers to check their flight status before leaving home. According to the advisory, passengers flying on IndiGo should check their flight details through official channels and confirm departure timings in advance. For those booked on other airlines, Delhi Airport has asked flyers to use the real-time flight status facility on its website. Also, we're now also seeing that the Delhi Airport is saying that operations are steadily resuming. Now, this comes in the light of the fact that yesterday flights were cancelled up until midnight.
Well, yes, and now the Delhi airport has issued an advisory stating that IndiGo's flight operations are steadily resuming, and passengers are in fact advised to check the flight status before heading to the airports, because but the problem is also that what passengers are telling us, that in their phones there is no such update. The scheduled flight is being shown at the same time, but when they are reaching to the airports, they're not getting any information whether they have their flight, or it cancelled, or it delayed. So that is also the problem. But yes, the advisory has been issued, and it is stated that the IndiGo flight operation are steadily resuming, and passengers are in fact advised to check their flight status before heading to the airport. And in fact, if we talk about the chaos, the airlines had cancelled over 1,000 flights, causing disruption but expect to normalize operation by December 10 to 15. As I earlier mentioned, this is what the airline CEO has mentioned, and also they have apologized for the inconvenience, and also said that they are ready to cooperate with the passengers, and their passengers' safety and service is their priority. But yes, a major disruption was caused by the IndiGo's mismanagement. Yes.
Alright Arzu, please do stay on with me. Now from Central Railways to Northern Railways, multiple special services have been announced in view of the ongoing flight disruptions. Northern Railway will increase AC coaches in premium trains amid widespread disruptions in air travel. The Northern Railways on 5th December announced that it will increase 3 AC and chair car coaches in 4 premium trains for the convenience of travellers. In view of the disruption of IndiGo Airlines flight services, Central Railway also announced it will run 6 special trains on key long distance routes on December 6 and 7 to clear the extra rush of passengers due to widespread flight cancellations across the country. Also, we're also now seeing that Central Airways will be running 6 special trains. We're also now learning that Northern Railways will be increasing their AC coaches in order to, help passengers tide over this chaos that is happening in the aviation market right now.
Well, definitely the Central and the Northern Railway together are trying to minimize the chaos that is happening because of the IndiGo flight cancellation and delay. And now what we're getting to also know that the Northern Railway is also increasing AC coaches in the premium trains to accommodate passengers affected by widespread disruptions in air travel, particularly due to IndiGo flight cancellation. Also, the Railway Ministry has decided, as I earlier mentioned, to add 116 coaches to 37 premium trains which will operate from major cities like Delhi, Mumbai, Lucknow, Jammu Tawi, Patna and other major stations. So additionally, the coaches will include third AC, the chair car coaches, and will be added to trains such with more passengers and are more in demand. The charges will be effective. The changes will be effective from the upcoming service to these trains and will continue until the problem persists. So the railway is also considering running a special fully air-conditioned train on the major routes in if the situation demands. Also, the move aims to provide relief to the passengers stranded due to the flight disruption and to manage the surge in passenger demand. So definitely, if we talk about the Northern Railway is also trying to help bringing the new AC coaches as the people, the passengers are finding the alternate option to go to their destination, and as they are stranded at the airports from several hours, they are waiting for their flight updates and also for their flight to reach to their destination. Yes.
Arzu, please do stay on with me. Now in more news, several IndiGo flight